All right, students, it's time to get back to work. We've got lesson 4-6, adding expressions, where we can add expressions to represent real-world problems. This is very similar to something we've done in the past. This is going to be just like combining like terms. We're going to add the expressions by adding the terms that are the same. Let's go ahead and get right to the board, shall we?
Topic 4-6.
All right, students, now that we're at the board, it's time to add some expressions. We have two expressions here, and we're going to combine them. But remember, we are only going to add the like terms, right? Things that are the same, like the 3z and 7z, the 1 and the 5. So let's go ahead and add these up. We've got a 3z, which is a z term. We've got a 7z, which also has a z. So we're going to add them together. 3z plus 7z would give us 10z. Now we're going to add our constant terms. So we've got a positive 1 and a positive 5. 1 plus 5 would of course give us 6. So our answer would be 10z plus 6. Now we've got two more. We're going to add these two expressions. So we start with a 10x, and then this is a 1x. We're going to add them together. So we have 10, and remember again, this is a 1x, but we're not really going to write the 1 because that's just silly. So 10x plus x gives us 11x. Now we have to look at the constant terms. The constant terms are negative 4 and negative 7. Don't forget the negatives, that's important. So negative 4 plus negative 7 is going to give us a negative number. It's going to be negative 11. And that's our answer. Now we're going to combine like terms. Now we have three separate expressions here that we're adding together. And they're going to have different variables. We have a b, an n, and there's another b, and then we have our constant terms as well. Make sure you're paying attention to all of these. We've got two b's, so we've got an 8b plus a 9b. Now let's start another line here for the n's. So we have a 3n. But there's only one term that has an n in it. Now we look at the constants. We have 12, 6, and negative 4. We're going to add those together as well. We're going to do these separately to keep everything straight. Alright, so let's start with the b terms. 8b plus 9b will give us 17b. Then we can just add the 3n because there's no other terms to deal with. Then we add the constants. 12 plus 6 is 18, and 18 minus 4 is 14. So we go plus 14. This is our answer. Make sure you note that we do have two separate variables. We cannot combine them because they are not alike. And this answer checks out. Now we're going to be finding the perimeter of this rectangle here. First, they tell us that the width of the rectangle is represented by 3x minus 1.5. So let's label our rectangle this way. Then it tells us that the length of the rectangle is represented by 1.25x plus 3. So we label that rectangle. Now, we're looking for the perimeter of the rectangle, which is really the distance all the way around the rectangle. So really, if you think about it, those sides can be reflected on both sides. So really, we have two of the 1.25x plus 3 sides. And we have two of the 3x minus 1.5 sides. So if we're going to get the perimeter of the rectangle, we have to do 2 times each of those sides. Now, we can go ahead and do the distribution. 2 times 1.25x, which is going to give us 2.5x. Then 2 times 3 gives us 6. Let's keep the parentheses around this to keep everything clean. Now go plus 2 times 3x is going to give us 6x. And 2 times negative 1.5 gives us negative 3. Oh, I almost put a plus there. Minus 3. Alright, watch those negatives, guys. Here we go. Now that we've got it set up in a format we're familiar with, we start adding these together. We're going to combine only the like terms, right? So we have a 2.5x and a 6x, which gives us 8.5x. Then we have a positive 6 and a negative 3 that we are adding together. Positive 6 plus negative 3 is going to give us positive 3. So the perimeter of this rectangle is 8.5x plus 3. Alright guys, now that we've gone through all those examples, I think you can handle this. So it's very similar, again, like we said, to combining like terms. So, if this video has been helpful to you, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below so that I can help you with future topics. Until next time, we'll see you later.